Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the tail end of the broadcast. Welcome back to the lower semifinals. We just wrapped up with our first semis, and Hero is waiting for the winner of this very series, and we are jumping in mid-series as well. Game 1 already concluded, and we're now jumping into game numero dos. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the South Korean Zurich player leading the series 1-0. Representing Team Falcons, it is Solar. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Team Liquid. It is a Cure. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we get into our TvZ. Here we go. And also, before I get ahead of myself, a big shout out to Bardic Inspiration 59. God, thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing for the first time. Thank you so much. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, it looks like Carson's calling Wardi. Oh, no. Ah. Ah, no. What's happening over on Wardi's stream? What's going on?
Hi. Oh, you're quiet.
What did you say?
Do you have profanity filter on too?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I was busy bitching about playing.
Ah, there you go. Which player were you bitching about?
Well, the guys that played the semi-finals without the mainstream.
Ah.
Hero Max Packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched all the games.
Yeah, we're discussing whether they're getting disqualified, warned, pay deduction.
I think both.
Both? Disqualification.
You give them a warning.
Yeah.
They say, like, hey, for now it's just gonna be a warning, and a warning just means you lose all your money.
Okay. I was curious about that, actually. I was curious. So, as I mentioned before, usually we do cover both semifinals for the WardiTV Monday. But for this one, I didn't, like, they just went, buddy. They just went. And all the other, I say all the other casters. We were there, Harson was there, Coco was there. But it looks like they weren't meant to play without Wardi. So, a bit of a smooch. So, alas, they will be walking away with 0 money. True. Esther Hero and Esther Max. That feels bad, man. Feels bad. I'll do a better job next time when it comes to speaking up and making sure that they're actually able to play their game or not. I'll try and do my best. Do my best, man. Do my best. Alright, let's see we go. Duck them all their pay. True. Get him out of here. Yo, meanwhile, big shout out to Mind Trizzle in the chat as well. For the 3 months, for subscribing for 3 months in a row. Thank you so much for the support. Do appreciate it, baby. Do appreciate it. Oh. Yes, we're getting into we're just jumping in mid-series. And again, that's also a little bit on us as well. Like, we should have confirmed whether or not they could actually play their game. Should have confirmed. So from here, we are going to be settling in. We do have our... Jesus. Okay, 36 people for starports. Very fast third base here out of Cure. Cure being quite greedy here, getting it on location. Does already land it. Now applying a little bit of pressure here. And we didn't really get to see game 1, so unfortunately we're not really fully aware as to what occurred between the two players. I did see the tail end of it. I did see that Solo was maxed out with Ultra Tech, so it looks like maybe he went for a Roaches into Ultras, which has been very trendy as of late. Meanwhile, Hellions, they do get into the natural base. They do get into the mineral line. Oh, drones are lining up. They're lining up. 6 drone kills, 8. One more volley, getting it to 9. 9 drones go down. 9 workers for what? For 4 Hellions and a Reaper. Well worth it for Cure. So nice run by, nice dive out of our Terran player. Behind this, going to Stim and not going to Mech, of course, is getting to a bio follow-up with more Hellions with Cloak Banshee. Let's go. So a nice start out of Cure. The downside is that he will lose map control, which means Solo can spread creep that much more freely. Spread all that creep. Here we go. From here, we're getting to the bifold. Again, 3-1-1 setup. We have our 3-1-1. Sim is on the way. +1 is on the way. Getting into our bio. And so far, no major signs of aggression yet. We'll see if Kira does throw down extra Raxes. He may turn this into an A-Rax, but I don't think he has the best setup for it. Not yet. Did deal a lot of damage, which means his eventual timing will hit quite hard. Let's see what he goes for. This is 5-Rax setup is getting ready. Kira just keeping the creep at bay. Let's keep it back. Getting ready for his push. As the creep is barely connecting the bases. No presence on the map. We can see that Solar... Is he going Ling Bane into Hive Tech, into Ultras? No shot. This is very greedy if that's the case. Yeah, Infestation Bit's on the way. Now he can get some safety infestors, which will help. Queen goes down. Nice knife. Here gets Queen. Aliens do rotate. And here comes a Kira's 7-minute push. Now this is a standard 7-minute move out here from Kira. His goal is to deny the 4th base. Remember, behind this, he should just be expanding and getting a 4th. There it is. 4th base is on the way. Gases are being taken. Kira is playing standard. Standard play deck here. Ling Bane going to be collapsing in. Does get us around. Nice engage. Nice engage by Solar. He shuts down the initial bio push. Remember, behind this Cure, he is expanding like he's not all in. He's just applying pressure, but it is becoming quite costly here. It's getting costly. As Solar, he will clean this up once again. Again, pushing into, I should say, attacking from speed zones here. It's brutal. Speed zones are working against Cure. It makes it easier to get on top of the tank. The tanks have been going down. Hive is almost done. Here come the Vipers, and here comes the Ultra Cavern. Solar so far looking very comfortable. Ooh. Cure does take some banelings to the face. Hive is done. We'll see how we make use of it. Secure is going for a split push. There's that Ultra Cavern that we did mention. Again, it's Ling Bane into Ultras. No safety infestors. Oh. Solar taps in. Gets on top of the tank. Yeah, once again, the tank goes down. And Cure, he is running out of steam here. Drops are denied. Ultra Cavern's almost complete. And that is Solar's win condition, is get into Ultras. Remember, Solar, he should be able to get into Ultras first before there are any ghosts. Cure, he's not ready for ghost production, he's not set up for it. So there's going to be a window in time where Cure doesn't have Liberators, he doesn't have Ghosts, and there will be Ultras. And it's going to be difficult to deal with. Thankfully, there are some Marauders that will help, but there's only some. Solar moves out. Secure, he is committed, he is maxed. How many Ultras? I believe 2. Yeah, 2 Ultras. Vipers are out as well. Again, there's no creep here. There are no active tumors. Cure's pushing in. And Solar can't quite chase off a creep. The base will fall at the same time. A Link counterattack runs into reinforcements. Curie defends well. Cure, he defends, he attacks. And the ultras aren't ready. Sure, he has 2 ultras, but only 2. He's still waiting for kind of splitting, still waiting for a massive amount of ultras to build up. 3rd ultra's on the way. And again, there's almost no creep on the map. Cure's just been so active. And sure, he's been trading out some army, but it's been worth it. It's been worth it. He has been trading. Cure's got a solid economy behind this. And now here comes the Fusion Core and the Ghost Academy. This is for Liberators and Ghosts. We spoke earlier how there was going to be a window in time where Solar could try to abuse Cure before Ghosts. Well, that window is closing. That window is closing. So Solar, we gotta go soon. Mind Shot's going off. Ooh, brutal connections. And Mind Shot say pop off. Ultra's gonna be going down. He gets 1. Gets 1. There's 2 Ultras left. Yeah, there are so many Marauders. Marauder kind of solid, even snipes the Viper. And the Mind Shots, not the best connections. Forcing a bit of friendly fire, but the Ultras will go down. The GG gets called. Curie snowballs out of control, and Cure ties up the series 1-1. GG. Whew, GG, well played. Solar, he didn't quite get away with it. He did take a bit of Hive, he did take a bit of Ultras, that is true, but in the process of doing so, he had no map control, he had no creep spread, he was pinned back at home, and of course, Ultras are quite expensive. He needed more time to build up his upgrades and actually mass up an amount of Ultras to be threatening to Cure. Cure, nicely done. Nicely done, nice rotations, nice trades. Overall, did suffocate Solar. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're going all the way to the ace match, and we'll see where our series goes from here. We'll see who can claim it. We'll see who will advance on to face off against Hero in the next round. Let's go. Here we go. As we're loading into Tokamak. Ooh, okay. What were the vetoes here? Tokamak, I would say, is typically more of a Zerg favorite map. Tokamak is a larger map in the map pool, a lot of potential avenues of surrounds as well. And we'll see if Akira can actually get some damage done. We'll see if he can be active on the map. We'll see. Against Solar. Spawning in the bottom hand corner of Tokamak, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Blue Zerg representing Team Falcons being forced into the ace match. Can he bring it back? It is Solar. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the red Terran player representing Team Liquid from South Korea. It is a Cure. Tying up that series. There we go. So we have found ourselves in the ace match. Let's see where Cure takes it from here. Now, I think what's the most scary about that last game is that Cure didn't do anything too special. It was very standard play out of Cure, but the execution was on point, right? He was able to be active on the map, take down tumors, get into mineral lands, kill drones, and keep Solar at bay. Now, I will say that it's going to be more difficult to pull that off here just because the map is larger. And we'll see if Cure can pull it off. Likewise, Solar will be attempt to go into Linkbane Ultra again. It is risky. It's a very risky style just because you are vulnerable when you do make that transition into Ultras. You do need, ideally, more breathing room, and you need that economy to sustain it as well. It can hit quite hard once you get there, but again, Solar didn't quite get there. Did not get there in the end. Here we are setting up. Settling in. Standard opener out of Cure. Just going rack to expand into factory. Cure, he has been dabbling in mech, of course, especially against Protoss, so that's also going to be a viable option here, actually. True, now that I think about Tokamak. Mech is going to be a possibility. Kira going for the third CC. Third CC before starport. Just an economic start. Of course, we'll see if Sola does go for a faster double Evo chamber, see if he goes into faster lair. There are different variations of greed that he can go for. While Kira's being active. Oh. We're zoned away. Behind this is going for our add-on sub into 3cc Banshee. Nothing crazy. Airlord Scout is denied. Denied the scouts. Hellions is soon to be active. And we'll see if Kira can get anywhere near as much damage as he did last time. Remember, last game he traded out 4 Hellions and 1 Reaper for 9 drones, for 9 workers. It was a strong start for Kira. So the same force to work with once again. This time keeping 2 Hellions back home. Let's Kira moves out. And we have Solo going lair first. Oh, not just lair first. He goes for a 440 lair timing into an early Roach Warren. So we do see safer play at a Solo this time. It's going for a Roach Opener. Meanwhile, there it is, Mech. I mean, it's a good thing we brought it up. And again, the moment that we said, like, oh, Kira's been playing more Mech against Protoss, then it's like, oh, wait, it's Tokamak. Brought it up for a reason, and Mech is on the way. Again, no surprises here. As you mentioned, Kira, he has been playing Mech against Zerg as well. And there are certain maps like Maganatha, like Tokamak, that do kind of favor Mech more so than other maps. So Mech is on the horizon. Now, thankfully, Solar, he did go for the safety of Roach Warren, so he will have units to defend, he will have an army to work with against the Mech style. Meanwhile, Kira is going into high flight rotors. Again, this is very common, this is very standard, very standard. When it comes to the current meta of Battle Mech, it is typically Hellion Cyclone into high flight rotor Banshee. The goal here is to build up your Banshee count, and they are going to be able to just maintain their numbers over the course of the game because they're going to be that much more microable. Ideally, with good enough control, you don't lose any Banshees, you're active, you're harassing mineral lines, you're sniping Queens, and more importantly, you're sniping Infestors. Their big role here is to snipe the Infestors to make sure that fungal growths do not affect the Battle Mech army. So these Banshees, they play a pretty crucial role when it comes to this army composition, as they can eventually become the hit squad to deal with the Infestors. Especially considering that the anti-air is going to be very limited. When you go for this kind of style for Solar, going Ling, Bane, Roach, Ravager is very common, which means your anti-air is limited, which means Banshees have free reign. Typically do have free reign. 1-1 upgrades on the way. Solar, he confirms. A sees a reactor at the factory. It's still on the way. So Solar's aware. He's getting a safety infestor. Getting 2. And we'll see if Solar can keep up. Here, Curie's being active. He could be moving in. Just poking and prodding. He does not have to commit. Remember, Curie's not all in. He's got a 4th. 4th CC is on the way. Curie just applying pressure. Banshees into the main base, getting 4 drone kills already. Again, that's going to be a 4 Banshee hit squad. Gets a gas geyser. Gases go down. Oh, has to be careful. Doesn't want to get caught out by the Infestors. Going for another gas. Banshees, they escape. They pull away. Let's pull away. Banshees do move in. Oh, they do get caught out by one of the fungals, and one Banshee goes down. Gets one. So nice snipe out of Solar. Banshees, they back off, they can be repaired, and Solar, he's going for the Spire. This is very necessary. It's very necessary here. As we mentioned before, currently the anti-air really is just Queens and Infestors. That's it when it comes to anti-air. And that's going to be non-existent when you're aggressive across the map, when you're pushing. So Corruptors are very necessary to deal with the Banshees. Hellions, they go for the dive. Ooh, drones lining up. Can he get there? No, he cannot. Whew, quick reaction, quick rotation by the Solo. Solo, he shuts down the Hellions. That was a big loss for Cure. Hellions, it's not about the damage that they can deal with the main army. It's about buffering for the Cyclones. That was a big loss for Cure. Here he scans, he picks in. Running through creep. We'll take down both active tumors. Pulls away. Solo quick to replace. Solo is going for the Greater Spire. Hydrogen on the way. He's taking up quite a lot. Meanwhile, we do see Cure going for the Fusion Core and going for Mass Starport. So he's going to have triple Starport production. From here, he could... I mean, I'm leaning more towards Mass Liberator. Leaning towards that. Oh no, the Infestors! Lose one. Yeah, one Infestor gets rallied in. Miscontrol out of Solar. He's down to one Infestor. So one Infestor remaining. So he has to be careful. Again, these Infestors, they're so crucial here to stop the dive. To stop the Cyclones. Solo gonna calm down. Here come the Broodlords. Broodlords on the way. Banshees, they do hit the main. And can he take down the Greater Spire? He cannot. Spire gets low, but Banshees are going to be thrown away. More Curious splits up his army. Banshees go down. Does he get the hatchery? Gets the base. Not bad. Cure, he confirms the Broodlords. Does confirm, pulls away. Thor production has begun. Thor's coming. Wait. He never got Macfield? Oh. Uh-oh. That's just free damage being lost there. That was on the yeah, meanwhile, Massive Fungal goes off. Again, he's been playing this entire time without Macfield accelerators. Don't like this, Pappy. Don't like this. So big oversight by Cure. That would have been so much extra kills over the course of the past couple of minutes. Okay, for the snipe. Greater Spire is going to go down. Assuming we target is down. Gets a Greater Spire, but Cure plummets in supply. He lost a lot of his Cyclones. He lost the Hellions. And Solo is going in for the kill. He's going for it. So Broodlords are pushing forward. There are 5 Thors to defend. Cure tries to respond. Does shred the armor. Oh. So far, nice armor shred. No Corruptors between the Vikings. They just go ham. Just going for free damage. Planetary is going to go down. Oh, sorry, I did miss the Hydras. Hydras, they snipe the Vikings. Hydras, they play their part. But Cure holds. Cure holds, he defends, he saves the Planetary. Game is slowing down. We're calming things down, Batman, calming things down. Kira getting secure on 5 bases. Working towards the 6th. Likewise, Solo moving in. Solo's not quite able to gain much ground. Rotating over. Oh. Who is it? Who is it? We're okay. Ah, no, Pommy! Now is not. I mean, thankfully, we're not in the middle of a fight, but Pommy's one of the other casters, and unfortunately, Pommy has been having some issues as of late. If you remember, he lagged out twice during Maestros of the game. Pommy. So how about Cyclone does get across the map. No major damage, but does alleviate some of that pressure. The Broodlords are exposed. Yeah, Broodlords are on their own. And we're coming in. We're going for the dive. 1, 2 Broodlords going down. We have the counter neural. Does teleport on top of the army. Going for the Biles. Oh, Biles, they were too soon. Yeah, too premature. In the end, all 3 BCs do survive. Wasn't quite lined up there for Solar. But he does at least save the Broodlords, at least some of them. Now, as we get into this kind of composition here of going into BC Thor, Solo's going to be heavily reliant on Infestors. Heavily reliant. Nice run by Lings. They kill a base, they kill the mineral line. But Solo, he needs Infestors, he needs Broodlords, he needs Corruptors. So Broodlord, Corruptor, Infestor. Vipers, of course, can help support as well. Right now, Solo is stuck with a ground-based army instead. Tries to go for the neural, but the Infestors are going to be the first thing to go down. Yeah, there's 1 Infestor left, down to 0, and the BCs will dominate. From here, Curie just snowballs out of control. He takes the fight, pushes in. Again, just not enough anti-air. Meanwhile, BCs, they dive on top of the Broodlords. Broodlords, they cannot escape. Looks like one of them might. Be close. Yeah, one of them does get away. But overall, these have been better trades for Cure, much better for the Terran. This is building up more battle cruisers, building up more Thors. At least he should be working on more Thor production. Currently, he's getting into battle mech. I mean, they both have their place, whether it's Thor or Cyclone. Those would be more superior against Broodlords, but as you can see, there's only one, right? Only one Broodlord. So Battle Mech is the correct choice. And I'll be honest, I don't know if Cure can be stopped. How many Infestors? 3. 3 Infestors. There's a lot of work to do. They got a lot to pull off on their own. They've been collapsing in. Goes to the Fungals, locks down the army that's already going to be locked down anyway, and with that, yeah, the BC, there's no out of control. Cure, he will take another fight. Corruptors need to get the hell out of here. Have to pull away. And again, Solo just cannot deal with these mech armies. He just doesn't have the setup for it. As we mentioned, you have to be so heavily reliant on spellcasters, on Broodlords as well. Does push in. I mean, the Roaches will win the battle on the ground. True. Roaches, they pop up on the ground, but what about the BCs? As they take down every single Corruptor. Every Corruptor falls, and there's no answer. GG gets called. Cure, he will claim the series 2-1, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. Whew, GG, well played. Unfortunately, Solar, he was just a little bit frazzled when it came to trying to deal with that BC Thor composition. As we were trying to emphasize, he was lacking that anti-air and lacking the supportive units as well. Once he lost his first wave of Brewlords, he never went back into them. He went into Roaches instead, and without Brewlord and Fester Corruptor, it can be so difficult to deal with these mech compositions, or so difficult to be as efficient as your opponent with these against these mech compositions. GG, well played. Instead, was trying to brute force it with a ground-based army with Roaches and Ravagers, a very inefficient army supply. Did have some nice moments, but could not quite keep up. GG, well played. With that, congratulations. Cure, he will claim the series. Solar is out of the tournament, but it will not be a PvP finals. It'll be a TvP finals, Hero versus Cure. Let's go.